Now we want to take you down to Miami-Dade County, where a news conference is happening right now at Tropical Park. Miami-Dade County Mayor Gimenez is there with the latest efforts from Miami-Dade County on the COVID-19 efforts. Let's listen in.
A very important time to help us get to this point. We've also consulted with our coastal communities, the League of Cities, and officials in Broward, Monroe, and Palm Beach to make sure that we have a coordinated effort. Here with me today are Miami-Dade County Commission Chairwoman Audrey Edmondson and Senator Javier Soto, who is, this is the district that, District 10, we're in his district. Also, Commissioner Steve Bovo is also with us. I want to thank you. Our Police Director, Freddie Ramirez, is here. Maria Nardi, our Parks Director, is also here. I want to thank them all. And also thank you for all your support to the Commissioners. Thank you. Let me stress that the openings happening this Wednesday are not business as usual. The parks, waterways, and golf courses will be used in limited ways that require everyone to take personal responsibility and act as if they had the coronavirus. That's why this is a new normal, because you will have to do things a little bit differently to enjoy the outdoors. I want to thank Parks Director again, Maria Nardi, and Police Director Alfredo Ramirez for all they are doing to prepare the parks and waterways to open on Wednesday. And we've been doing this for a while now, getting ready, getting prepared, so that when we do it, it's done right. Enforcement is the key to success of our Open Spaces initiative. If people do not abide by the rules, they will be escorted out. And if they resist or persist, they could be facing a fine up to $500. So again, there will be zero tolerance for people who do not follow the rules. These new rules for Executive Orders 2120 will clearly be posted at all parks, marinas, and golf courses. I will be signing the order later today, and you can read all the details once it's posted at miamidade.gov/coronavirus. For our parks, we're hiring about 400 people who have been working in security and doing other work at the Hard Rock Stadium and the AAA Arena. Those folks have not been able to work because those facilities are closed, so I'm very happy, extremely happy that we'll be able to employ them. They are in the final training today and tomorrow so that we can open up our parks on Wednesday. We're also bringing dozens more county employees as well as school crossing guards to help with the enforcement at parks. Most county parks will be open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. There will also be special hours and days for seniors to take walks at our parks in the morning. There will be no organized competitive play on courts or field except for singles tennis. Right here in this basketball court, the new rules require a player to bring his or her own ball and play solo. You can have up to 3 people on a half court taking turns throwing their ball, shooting at the hoop. You could probably play horse, but there's no contact. They must each have their own ball, again, and only touch their ball. We want to be able to get outdoors and have some fun, but you must not come into close contact, which is why there will be no pickup games allowed. Also, there will be one-way directional signs at some selected parks for people to take walks while practicing social distancing and wearing coverings for your nose and mouth. Activities that will be allowed include walking, jogging, hiking, skating, cycling, nature walks on trails, obviously singles tennis. Also, you can play some basketball. If you want to do single work with a ball of a soccer ball, or you want to play catch, as long as you have social distancing, you can do that. Vehicle parking will be limited as necessary to follow CDC guidelines for social distancing. The following amenities will remain closed: food and rental concessions, bike racks, playgrounds, and outdoor exercise equipment, dog parks, recreation buildings, picnic tables, picnic shelters, gyms, campgrounds, skate parks, splash pads, swimming pools, and all mechanical attractions. Access to public restrooms will be available with safe protocols in accordance with CDC guidelines. There will be an attendant at each restroom to make sure the rules are followed. And of course, there will be much more stringent cleaning thanks to the additional staff that we have hired. Now, and this is important, my order allows the cities now can open their parks, but each municipality can have tougher rules, and they may decide not to open certain parks. Some places like Zoo Miami and the Atoll Beach at Matheson Hammock will remain closed for now. So again, before heading out, please check out the rules and locations at miamidade.gov/coronavirus on our new normal page on Miami-Dade.gov. These rules are vital to the public health of our community, so there will be tough enforcement. On the water, this will include Miami-Dade Police, the U.S. Coast Guard, and the state's fish and wildlife officers. They will be patrolling our waterways to make sure boaters are following the county's new capacity limits for their vessels and that they are practicing social distancing. The new rules on our waterways include keeping a distance of at least 50 feet between boats at all times, even at anchor, no tying in Stiltsville, no more than a single rider on jet skis, no anchoring in shallow sandbars, no rafting, landing, or beaching of boats, no gatherings of more than 10 people, and specific capacity limits depending on the boat size, which you can check online. For instance, 4 people can occupy a boat that's less than 25 feet long, plus any children in that family unit, with a maximum of 8 adults and kids. There are very specific regulations for all charter vessels. For example, 6-pack vessels can have no more than 4 guests. And there's also requirements for charter boats, kayaks, and canoes, boat ramp protocols, and rules on fishing on the shore and at piers. Rules for golf courses are also clearly spelled out. Staff and players must wear facial coverings when around the clubhouse and practice social distancing. Players must bring their own golf equipment, and no golf course staff are allowed to transport their equipment. Only 1 player will be allowed per cart. There will be absolutely no exceptions to this rule. There will be no indoor events at the clubhouse, no use of locker rooms, and nobody is to touch the flags. Cup modifications will include use of a noodle to fill the holes or raising the cup an inch above the ground to prevent the balls from entering the hole. Once the ball hits either the noodle or the cup, it's deemed to be in. For additional rules, once again, check out Executive Order 2120 at miamidade.gov/coronavirus or go to miamidade.gov/new normal. Returning to our open spaces is our county's first major step in moving to a new normal. We're already working on the next step, which will be to begin opening non-essential businesses that we can get our residents back to work. And that's a high priority for myself, and I know for the commissioners also. It's a high priority to get our community back and get it back to working. I was in a virtual meetings all this weekend with 9 working groups and our medical experts. We're going over recommendations to see what it would take to be able to open these interior spaces, including restaurants, museums, and cultural venues, small businesses, retail shops, factories, office buildings, trade and logistics, hotels, and personal grooming businesses. Once again, science will lead our decisions so that we can protect workers and customers and the residents. And we're not going to be rushing into this. In each case, we're stressing social distancing, masks, and specific deep cleaning for high-touch areas such as elevators and workspaces. In any future openings, personal responsibility will continue to be crucial to our success. We will make rules to keep you safe, but you must take personal responsibility and keep others safe as well. Our new motto is, I keep you safe, you keep me safe. Thank you. May God bless everyone in Miami-Dade County as we continue moving to a new normal. And now I'll take some questions in English before I go to Spanish. Sure. We have a ton of them. So I'll make sure that my office can release everybody that's on. It's really kind of an open invitation. So we've had a lot of people, and I'll be happy to provide that for you. Yes.
Okay, you've been watching Miami-Dade Mayor Carlos Gimenez talk about reopening. It's pretty much in step with Broward County. We heard the mayor of Broward County speaking earlier. Parks, waterways, and boat ramps to reopen on Wednesday with heavy restrictions. They still expect social distancing and covering of the noses and mouths. He says this is a new normal and there will be zero tolerance for anyone who doesn't obey the rules. But again, some outdoor areas reopening on Wednesday in both Miami-Dade and Broward County. I'm Rudy Shabazi. We'll have much more for you on CBS 4 News at 5 o'clock.